Hi everyone, Adarsh here. So today we're gonna see how we can create an Angular JS application with the controller and factory. So I have done the POC and I'm gonna explain you. So it's a Maven based web application. So we have a group ID, artifact ID and version. Packaging it's a war file just because we're gonna create a war file out of this complete code, name of the application, organization tag, licensing tag, developer tag, and then properties, Angular application source code encoding and all. JUnit dependency as of now that is not required. This is a Eclipse JT plugin because for this web application we're gonna use embedded JT as a container. Then we have a build related configurations like war file name, output directory, resources folder. Plugins we have Maven standard Maven compiler plugin, and this is JT related plugin here. And let's jump into the code. So we inside the main we have web app. Inside web app we have CSS, bootstrap related CSS, then followed by JS file. So we have Angular JS file, jQuery JS min.js, and then jQuery JS file. We have bootstrap related JS file, and then this is Angular related JS file. In web app we have web.xml where we have defined a display name, descriptions, and welcome file list as a index.html, and we have index standard index.html. So first let's go into the app.js. So inside the app.js we have defined the angular.module. This is the module name and there is no dependency injected in that, and we have stored the module reference into variable, and we have created a factory from that module reference. So we have said my basic Angular application root.factory, and this is the name of the factory, and we have defined a function here. So we have declared a variable known as msg, and we have defined a message here. We have created a method which known as get message, and we are returning that, and we are returning a message. We have wrapped up that message into message value, and we are returning that. So this factory we have injected inside a controller. So we have specified a controller here with my app name. With my app controller we have injected scope as well as injected a my factory reference here and defined a function here. So we have defined a three type of model object: Angular message, first name, last name, and whatever the message we are getting from the factory we are just assigning to the Angular message model object. And let's see how it looks like in view part. So we have defined a ng app here, and then we have imported a Java Angular JS app.js, bootstrap, CSS related all dependencies. We have bind this body with the controller here, my app controller, and then we have a couple of div tags, and these are bootstrap related containers and all. Inside this expression we have evaluating the Angular message which we have specified here. So we're gonna get that message here, and then we have binded a first name and last name model object with the input text boxes, and inside this expression we are just concatenating and printing it. So let's see how it looks like once we execute the application. This is what the message comes from the factory. So here we're gonna say so immediately it's the model objects are bind to the input boxes, and once we start printing it's gonna value it in the expression, and we can see the immediate result of that. So that's how we can create a factory and controller, and this application it's gonna sit in my GitHub. So my all previous applications I already pushed to this, and this application will be also part of this repository. So I'll come up with something interesting. Till then, bye, take care.